that good. It is so aggressive, needlessly. But Kingzone, they're going to try to fight fire with fire.
Pressure. He's been taking so much, though, and now he's going to be taking a Drake as the smite comes down. Joker not able to get there. Oh, yeah.
And it was... I've never seen something like it before in my life.
Well, let's see if we can see this as Ghost not going to use that Featherstorm, holds it to the last moment, but flashing in. Olaf says that was easy. Thanks, bro. As looking for that last Q, Ezreal is going to snipe him down.
No, indirectly, where the enemy jungler must be. You know how you should have been playing your laning phase because of where your jungler was. And now everything's just sort of falling apart.
What is going on?
Well, Dub's trying to bait this.
Okay, well, he is going to be baiting it pretty well, actually. Baiting me even as Nahon is in a world of hurt. It is going to be going down.
Very exciting right there.
Yeah. We checked it for about a millisecond before the observer was like, wait, we don't need to watch it. Just winning it by himself after Sandbox made that blunder earlier. Just took over the lane.
So, if the Rakan and Zaya even thought to try to defend, she would just end up dying. And right now, they're gonna Sandbox on the flip side, on Fleek and Summit, getting this bottom tier 1, or at least attempting to. They're constantly sharing gold, they're constantly sharing XP. Rascal has a level advantage over Summit, who's just pinged level 11.
Keep in mind that Karma also has some pretty nice wave clear, so they're not going to take it very quickly either, as already the tier 2 is being chipped down here, and Deft is attacking them under turret with the Tom Kent. So while Sandbox are trying to use all of their available resources,
having your Zaya present to preserve a couple hundred damage.
All right, trying to get on top of Deucin here, flashing on in. That was a really nice play, actually, by Joker to make it happen, but it just doesn't matter as Kingzone are able to turn it around with their fat stacks.
For Kingzone would be a Mountain Drake, but it looks like it's going to be another.
Steph kind of chipping it.
Well, it depends on things. I don't know.
Okay. All right, that's good information. How about Deucin? Is he going to go down? The answer is no for now. TP coming in as Joker has to flash away from the two-shot barrage just to get to safety as Nahon, oh boy, he was looking real mean in that moment, but Featherstorm and the flash still available. Deft flashing forward, actually, a little bit too much, but it was actually a bait as he's going to get the kill in the end for his LeBlanc. And now Dove, the one guy who had a bounty on his head for the side of Sandbox, is going to go down straight into the pockets of Kingzone, who are now more than 4,000 gold ahead.
Yeah, Kingzone are so big right now in this game. They have almost a 5,000 gold lead. Teleport coming back into mid. Summit might just die, actually.
Oh boy.
Man.
Yeah. Chains are going to miss. And actually the Tether also with a flash in with the second R. Should be able to do it here, as they had to expend a lot more than they actually wanted to, but they got the job done in the end.
So they end up killing Summit, and he's really the final boss in Sandbox in most cases. And now with him going down, another lethality item completed. Edge of Night.
He's really scared of the Ezreal, you know? But take a look at the right side. Look at how effective the Kha'Zix is in this game.
He's doing really good. They go through these phases where bad champions end up starting getting picked again.
Damage anymore? As, well, that was a little bit of a weird combo, as now we get the knock on a Deft. He's going to bait himself into it. Not baiting it. As Summit, once again, is kind of in an awkward spot, and we have Abyssal Voyage coming in with Deft, and he's going to die once again. Really got to question these choices. Fine, but shouldn't have been there in the first place. As now Ghost is in the middle of nowhere here, trying to get tethered down, but actually Rascal in a bit of trouble, taking damage as the Olaf, but he's just frontlining now for Kingzone as Sandbox in the middle of the map. As that was just the clone. Looked like big numbers, but it's only Summit left on the Rift here. Ghost had to go for a back, as Kingzone just looking to stack up those objectives.
I was looking at the mini-map, and then I looked back and I thought that was really Nahon. I was like, oh no.
Oh, not again. Well, Ghost, you don't have Featherstorm this time. I really don't know what to say. This doesn't look like Sandbox from the regular split. They are just...
Number one. It doesn't make me feel too good going into game number 2, because this is definitely a very tilting kind of loss.
Yeah.
And you have to wonder what is really going on here.
All right, Dove trying to go 1v5 versus the world. Can he do it? Aftershock helping him out quite a bit. Joker trying to get the steal, but it's not going to happen. The Baron goes the way of Kingzone. Dove going 1v5. Summit is inting into his death. We had the Kazakhs die on the other side. And this game is turning into just a total disaster of League of Legends, and the bait is real, as Nahun also going to bait them in here. Not quite able to get out, though, as down will go Joker. We have gone full Fiesta mode, guys. I really don't know what's going on here, as Thomas Kent with the flash.
What is going on?
I don't even know what to say anymore. Summit gonna burst him down. Cuz is killing minions. And
Cue the music.
you want to, yeah. Just,
Where's the circus music?
yeah. This is where we really need one of those soundboards where I don't have anything else to say. Can we just press the Yakety Sax button?
Why did he start the blue?
Oh. They're stacking up the Fs in this game.
Oh, Kingzone's actually not.
Soon, so it doesn't really matter. On Fleek loses his health bar. This is what a Kha'Zix from behind looks like, where he does literally nothing in the game.
Ah, yes, the classic, the 4th item Black Cleaver Jace.
Yeah.
The KazaLoLLCShighlights 4th item.
Oh, the Silas Abyssal Voyage into the backline. We had a charm come down, but it just didn't matter. Look at the Olaf in the backline, just gonna 1v1 onto Ghost. Dove will be going down here. Oh no, he's actually gonna trade it back here, stays alive. And Summit is full health. Clone is gonna be used to distract for quite a while, but the real carries of the team are in here in the base, as Nahun just wants to delay the back of Summit, and going to be able to do that for quite a while. And 34 minutes of I don't even know what to call it here.
I have no idea what we just witnessed for the last, like, 12 minutes.
This is the LCK Worlds Gauntlet Qualifier. Welcome, everybody. Farm, as Kled is going to be snatched up here by Rascal. Up in.
They've invested some control wards for this. I don't know why. As Summit and Rascal, they're dueling it up here in top.
This is one lane that's become a bit more fun to watch. Summit using the double dash to get away from the bear trap on the rope, but this is a great time to go for a gank. Can Cuz land it? Trying to burn that flash burst. There it is. And he can't go for the ultimate. Finally is going to throw it in just to secure the kill.
Imagine. This would be beneficial for Kingzone.
They're trying to leash that, but it's not going to happen. The spike comes in, and who's that going to go to? Not even 100% sure, as Tom Kent is going to go down already. As the Olaf pushing forward, but gets burst down before he can do anything. And Rascal's gonna outplay Dove. And now Dove is in a terrible spot, but the CC is gonna, like, Dove should be getting away, but at the end of the day, 2 more kills gonna go the way of Kingzone. Can we make it a 3rd here at Summit? He's not gonna have that healing, but he will be able to get out alive for now. But here's Tucson going in for the flash. Will be able to pick up the kill, but will trade for it.
Just imagine the gold swing that goes into Kingzone's favor, and it's so bizarre to see them.
You're dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Handshaking stuff like that.
Into having to blow Feather Storm and then not even bothering to flash. So
the Renekton not getting the kind of advantages he would have liked this game.
Looking for Summit here, trying to land that stun, is going to make it happen. Pretty low, has to back away, and the push is on as Sandbox are looking for this mid turret.
There's the mantra to E. Out of
go. We're going in. We're trying to dive deep here. In goes the Olaf. Nahun has to get away from that one. The Feather's not going to save his life. And another kill is going to come down here as Sandbox are finally. Other than that, I feel like the game has been going decently well for Sandbox now, but Kingzone trying to get on in here. They're looking to pile on to Dove. They're going to miss that, but look for the Olaf, but a really nice devour as it will bait Rascal into the back line. Has to back away from that one. And now they're trying to burst down the Renekton. Do they have the damage? Not quite, as the ultimate is not going to land there, but finally the Renekton goes down to the Xayah somehow, but Tom Kench goes in alone and is trying to just bait them all into it. Will be able to do exactly that. They're going to take out 3 more, and Sandbox, this is death.
Teleport on Tom Kench. No, they're going to get it.
Yeah, there's really not much that Def can do rather than try to throw a couple of feathers at it and steal it. Not quite going to happen, as it did get pretty low before the swing. But then he actually baited 3 more members of Kingzone into dying. And he was actually the more careful about that one. Sejuani not in position now. We have 2 lanes being pushed by Sandbox once they realize this.
Well, they are going to raise some turrets during all this. They're going to get the mid tier 2 as well as the bot tier 2. Summit should be able to get the top tier 1 as well. That should extend the gold lead to about 7,000 after all the minions are picked up by Kingzone. This is the exact kind of advantage Sandbox wants approaching the mid to late transition, so that they're able to still go toe-to-toe in the later stages of the game. Spear of Sojin probably going to be completed off this recall. Beautiful usage of the Rise ultimate to get this top tier 2 as well.
Realm Orb comes in, and that means fast rotatos from the side of Sandbox, trying to push it in to the top side. Just got to wait for the next wave here with the cannon, and we still got a minute left on this Baron, so it's not so bad right now. A lot of damage coming down onto Ghost, but hey, you're up against Karma. So not much of that is going to stick in the end. Looking to play this real slow. I think at this point, Sandbox would like the 1 inhibitor and maybe to back. Rascal certainly thinking about an engage, but with Pyke and Xayah going back home, they'll have to wait on that one. Shields come out, and now they're trying to get on top of that Olaf. Immediately, a ton of damage does come out from the Kingzone side. They have the speed, but oh, Death's going to be chunked out so big. Look at this Rise, just in the forefront, just nuke. Well, I think it's going to take a lot of those things that you did just mention. We're getting on in the fight, but none of this damage is sticking. Finally, Olaf is going to get low, but Nahan, nice timing there on the stopwatch to get away from this one, but Summit, a huge wrecking ball in the front line. Rascal, extremely low, nearly gets chunked down. Does have that one. Can he burst the Rise? No, he does have the Zhonya's, but they'll take down the Tom Kench. Where's the reset going to come in? It will come in, as a ton of gold going to go the way of the Pyke, but Nahan is going to go down in the end, and Pyke can't do it all alone, although he may try, and cuz the only one left standing will also go down, and Sandbox going to win this fight and push on to win the game.
And this is a really important comeback win for Sandbox in the sense that after game number 1, it was such a blowout that to see them come back into game number 2, close out the game, get an advantage, and not basically botch it, it's potentially making up for and then run over the game. And that's a really hard ask in competitive League of Legends.
It's cuz putting on, gotta hit one of those spears if you do want to make this happen. Stun is also gonna miss. Finally a spear does hit, going in, and the flash away! And cuz will be able to survive.
Flash. And another heavy trade actually coming out in the mid lane.
And trying to bait him in there was Nahan, as Dove did to him in game number 1. And the spear would have hit if he didn't flash, and that probably would have been enough damage to kill Dove. But now we're going in, trying to go for the ignite onto Nahan. Do they have the damage? And the burn is going to take him down. Cuz is going to be able to die.
That could be the hardest, but the thing about Lee Sin is even a bad Lee Sin can still show up at places, safeguard onto his teammate, as well as your mechanical gameplay. And even then, it's not necessarily enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Stun's gonna land. See you later. Down in the back and does nothing. As wow, already Dominus popped here, trying to get on top of Summit. He doesn't have his flash. We're diving tier 2. 3-on-1. They're gonna take him out. And not much that Sandbox can do. They're getting baited into more. The flash play as Dub will be going down here as well. Olaf gonna Ragnarok and just run away. Where the enemy jungler is, lands another spear, hops away from another one, lands it, and he's going in again, but this time he went a little bit too far. Was he able to bait the enemy team in, though, is the question. They're going in for it, but the triple knockup from the Fates call. As Ghost is going to make it happen, and now the Jace is going to go down here, jumping in by himself.
What the hell was he doing? See it botched right at the very end?
Yeah, I mean, that would have been the turning point, right? That could have gone into 2-3 more kills. They could have potentially taken out a mid-turret if they did pick up that amount of kills. The one thing they will get is pressure on the Drake, but it's Cloud Drake and Kingzone really don't care. Just going to push here in the top.
Team when you need him to be. He's so solid.
Here's Nidalee, going to miss that spear.
He's got fancy feet. That's
it is Rakan, but again the spear is gonna miss. I feel like had it hit, Joker certainly could have been going down there. Another hook is gonna land, and now Joker's going in. But that's an angry Renekton in the front, trying to go for the burst. His Cuz, but he's super low himself, and now Dove is gonna get stunned down. He goes the Aurelia into the back line. Here comes Rascal, came in at the perfect time to set that up for all of those kills.
Well, it doesn't even look like Summit is going to attempt this.
He wants to push out the bottom lane and then go into the... Yeah, I'm watching.
Yeah, I'm dying on the inside. It doesn't need to happen. It just doesn't need to be allowed.
Well, Kingzone say you can take the Drake. We'll take 2 turrets with our Baron. Now, it's doubtful that they'll definitely be able to take out this turret right now. They're going to have to wait for a cannon wave, and they will have to commit to it. It looks like that's on the agenda. Everybody did just go back and buy their new items. And scale up a bunch more. Keep in mind that Majai's that was taken by Kuz should be stacked up a bit after that last fight where a bunch of the kills went their way. So that purchase beginning to make a lot of sense. Yeah, Kingzone say you can take the stats in the Infernal. We're going to take
constantly missed time, and it's giving Sandbox the ability. Oh, Summit.
That's a big hook, and the TP's coming in too. Nice engage from Joker, but everybody's so low in the back line. Nahon is going to be burst from 100 to 0, but the rest of his team are going to be able to pull off the damage. They finally break into the base. They'll be looking to take down this inhibitor and back away. This much AP, so it's not half bad. You know, it's not game breaking. A bunch of kills, a bunch of golds here, already on 3.5 items. And Tucson has been a monster landing these hooks. He's so tanky. And there's that big heal coming in once again. They can't kill the damn support. Tucson is going to live in the end. And meanwhile, on the opposite side, the Rakan also died, and it looks like finally Kingzone, after that wonky play, are going to look to push to win the game.
And it doesn't look like there's going to be any way for Sandbox to really resist this. The Nidalee heals are so problematic, even if something could just become a miracle, but no minions even right now. Even the game timer working.
No minions, no hope. And no time for Sandbox to come back in this one. Team number 3 will go the way of Kingzone. They're going to get a kill first as they will sail on to the victory on the
mid and bottom to carry through. And Kingzone, as per tradition of the series, fighting fire with fire across the board. Summit doesn't have TP.
Double TP down in here. It's going to come down to the steal. Rascal just has to go forward and zone them away with that ultimate. Stun goes down onto Jarvan, but it just doesn't matter. You can smite through that. That's the way that Kingzone have looked, honestly, since we have seen them coming out here as maybe I cursed them.
Valdez, why'd you do it?
Why did I have to curse you? Now on Fleek looking to get on in here, but they're going to knock him up, and now he's in trouble, flashing on in, and they're in the Cataclysm, and they're going to be whoop-bammed to death.
Is that Infernal Dragon?
Yeah. Colonel J's going to look good. That's a nice dodge as Def trying to go 1v2. He wants to do the damage, but it's not going to be enough, as Ghost is going to get that last piercing arrow. Rascal gets interrupted here by Summit on the TP. But now Summit in a bit of a wonky spot. Let's see how good of a secret agent he can be behind enemy lines here. The answer is not a very good one, as Jace is going to be able to pick up. Unless he came in from the other side. Here we go, trying to get the lock up onto the Lee Sin, but now the Devour is not available for the Varus, and he is going to go down finally, but they trade 80 carries. And here's Rascal, and he's AP. He's looking for the kill on the Lee Sin. Should be able to get it, as well as Joker going down. And Dove just in the middle of nowhere, all by himself. 4-on-1, not exactly fair, but the rest of his team did die, and so will he.
And that was a really nice mix-up by Tushen. The way about their intentions with what they might be looking to achieve, or where their thought process might be at inside of a team fight.
Well, Nahyun, not sure about that one, but the exhaust comes down and they're baiting themselves into it. The damage will come out as Lee Sin is going to be taken out there. That's 2. Not sure about this one, Sandbox. It looks like that might be the final.
Run away saying, you're not going to get my ultimate.
Yeah. He was on vision. Here's Summit with the quickness. Into that Zhonya's, but that's a nice slicing Maelstrom into Zhonya's himself, but the TP's coming in.
Oh, Baron!
They're enacted solo, but it doesn't matter. The smite comes down, and Kingzone are going to get even more kills. Only the Rakan and the Xayah will go down in the end, as well as Nahyun, actually, as he is going to be chased down here. Nice little dodge, but down
up by the Rakan. The Baron call.
From the Baron. Even if you lose, you know, some of the kills, still that Sandbox have is not going to be able to penetrate it.
Oh man, another team fight.
Really nice double knockup, and the double whoop-am comes in here as Joker trying to frontline is going to be able to get that Devour down. Summit is going to get the safety, and Def is actually going to get assassinated in the back here by On Fleek. Gets in there, but gets sniped at the end of it all. And now Dove and Summit pretty low at the end of all things. Rascal not really able to join the fight here, no flash. And not able to use that slicing Maelstrom, but a bit of a funky trade before we do continue to push 4-on-4, or rather 4-on-3, as the Lee Sin did also get picked off.
And now Sandbox, they're posturing for a team fight.
Wow, that's a big one. A ton of damage comes in, but he's immediately gonna die, and Rascal into the back line. He's gonna get that flank. And well, it was a nice idea, Sandbox, but it went terribly, terribly wrong. As immediately the Silas dies, and Def just laughed at him as he...
A little bit too high, despite having teleport available on every member. Cuz just checking the brush one last time. Now Dub's actually going to die. He is behind enemy lines.
See if he can take Tucson with him. No, he's just going to run. Trying to buy as much time as possible. It's really all I can do at this point.
Ooh, I like what they're doing. They're actually intentionally delaying his kill, so that the death time
is out of the fight. You can go back to the fountain, as the Baron push this time around is going to be much more effective.
I think this is probably going to be all that she wrote, Valdez. Sandbox probably going to try to take a team fight, as they have been doing the entire series.
Here comes Summit once again. He's got that slicing Maelstrom. Just frontlining right now, and he's going to be slowed down by that Randuin's. Nice little Zhonya's, and now he's in the back line. Can they get on top of him? But the real slicing Maelstrom is going to work out better in their favor. And yeah, Summit's going on a little vacation up to the north side of Summoner's Rift. Wants to see the sights and try to delay the minion wave, but he's going to die to Rascal anyway, as he will go down with the rest of Sandbox, and Kingzone are going to continue their run here in the World's Qualifier for the Korea region, going 3-1 against Afrika, and now 3-1 against